Hello, everyone. I'm Terry Crockinger, and welcome to the First Side Chronicles Network. Tonight, we're going to untangle one of the wildest relationship histories we've ever investigated. It all started with Mara.
Before Bob, before Dion, before Jewel, there was Mara and Elias, and Mara loved to tell the story like she was the woman who survived a bad marriage. But the timeline had notes, because during her marriage to Elias, Mara was not exactly sitting at home knitting loyalty blankets. Mara had side characters, side missions, side conversations, side doors, side everything. Biscuit stared at the relationship chart.
Ma'am, this is not a marriage timeline. This is a season pass.
Mara crossed her arms.
I was unhappy.
And apparently, very scheduled.
Then Mara and Elias divorced, and Mara did what Mara does best. She moved on fast, not healed, not processed, not reflected, just packed a bag, changed the last name, and sprinted directly into Dion's storyline. She married Dion so quickly, even the paperwork had whiplash. Bob looked at the chart.
So Dion was next?
Dion was not next. Dion was waiting in the loading screen.
Ready?
Then Elias moved on too. He
Go.
started dating Jewel, and for a second, the story almost looked normal. Almost. Because somehow, while Jewel was dating Elias, Jewel and Mara became friends. Not normal friends, not brunch friends. They became the kind of friends who sit around talking badly about the same man from two different access points. Mara had the ex-wife files. Jewel had the current girlfriend files. Together they formed a two-woman investigation with no ethics department. Bob leaned in.
So they bonded over Elias?
Nothing brings people together like a shared complaint and poor boundaries.
But then the friendship got strange. Mara and Jewel were in the hot tub. Too close for friendship, too casual for enemies, too comfortable for two women who were supposedly just comparing notes. The water was warm, the boundaries were missing, and somewhere in the background, Dion was not exactly staying out of Jewel's pool either. Biscuit looked exhausted. Dion did not dip a toe into chaos. Dion brought swim trunks. Mara snapped.
That is not what happened.
Ma'am, even the hot tub has a witness statement.
Then Jewel and Elias broke up, but Jewel migrated back toward Elias later, not as a girlfriend, not as a commitment, just one of those situations where two people say they are friends, but the couch knows too much. Elias did not really care if Jewel was messing around with Bob. He was not devastated, he was not shocked. He was just standing there with the tired eyes of a man who knew the room smelled like lies but did not feel like opening a window. Then came Bob. Big belly, big smile, big cowboy hat. And Jewel started dabbling in Bob's whole
Sorry, Biscuit. Maybe one day.
Brother's dog food?
situation. Bob knew the history. That is the important part. Bob was not innocent. Bob was not confused. Bob was not sitting there like, wait, who dated who? No. Bob knew Jewel had been with Elias. Bob knew Mara had been with Elias. Bob knew Mara had Dion. Bob knew Jewel and Dion had crossed lines. Bob knew Jewel and Mara had their strange little connection, and somehow, instead of being disturbed, Bob seemed interested.
I just think everybody has a past.
Sir, most people see this timeline and call a therapist.
This isn't a past. This is a shared driveway.
Love Bob and Mara, La Llorona, and all the chaos from Fireside Chronicles? Now you can support the stories and grab some official merch. Visit BuriedSecretsLivingTruths.com. Look for Fireside Chronicles and shop mugs, hoodies, shirts, and more. Every purchase helps me create even more Bob and Mara madness and La Llorona chaos. Thank you for supporting Fireside Chronicles. Then Jewel left the Elias situation for Bob, and later, Jewel passed Bob into Mara's orbit. That is where Mara started pretending, because Mara wanted everyone to believe she was fine with it. Fine that Jewel had Bob first. Fine that Jewel had helped blow up Bob's marriage. Fine that Jewel had touched half the relationship map before handing Bob over like leftover potato salad at a cookout. Mara smiled too hard.
For the record, I do not care that Jewel dated Bob before me.
Really? You have said that 6 times.
Because I do not care.
That is mature, baby.
Do not call me mature while wearing another woman's referral tag.
My what?
The Bob thinks he was chosen. Mara knows he was transferred. And Jewel is somewhere acting like she did community service.
High above, the Rockies remained quiet, ancient, and deeply unimpressed.
Cheers to old
Then one of them said,
Ma'am, this is not a love triangle. This is a relationship lazy river with no lifeguard. And somehow, Bob is floating through it like a blessed inner tube.
I am fine.
No, ma'am, you are not fine. I still feel chosen.
Sir, you were circulated.
Bob and Mara wouldn't be creating nearly this much chaos without Pixverse. Pixverse helps me turn still images and simple ideas into
This is
moving
getting wild.
scenes for Fireside Chronicles. Whether you're creating for your business, your hobbies, or just for fun, you can take an image and bring your idea to life using several different AI video models. Thank you to Pixverse for supporting my storytelling. Use my link to start creating your own AI videos. Affiliate disclosure applies.
Laughed when I told her that. Then the river behind us whispered her name.
In my voice.